Yeah. You know what it is. Another episode of that Victory Talk podcast. We're about to get it in. I'm excited to teach you guys, man. We got to learn some things today, man. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot to talk about. You know, we just had the Super Bowl. You know, I know a lot of y'all are super mad or super happy, depending on your ethnicity. Let's start the show. This might be a video. Yeah. You know what it is. Another episode of that Victory Talk podcast. This is episode 274. And we got a lot we want to cover today, man. It's about to get crazy out here, man. We're going to show y'all some different ways to make money. We're going to talk about the market. We're going to talk about getting money. We're going to talk about the Super Bowl. We're going to talk about getting money. You know what I'm saying? It's difficult for me to think about anything else. All right, getting money, maybe some fitness shit. I'm going to answer all your questions if they are sent via super chat. Otherwise, I won't see them. I won't even see them. Won't even know you did it. But I listen to what? Money. You want to give me my attention? Throw some money at me. Some people can't be bought. Not me. Not me. I love money, man. I love it. I know that's the root of all evil. Yo, what's going on, man? We got a lot we want to talk about, man. I'm not alone. It's not just me. Oh, first of all, I'm your host, Big Brandon Carter, King Keto, Gymnasium Jesus, Jesus de Gimnasio para mi gente. I know that might have. I just found out that speaking Spanish in America was awful. That's what I found out over the weekend. That it's not good. No bueno. No bueno. Nima. Yeah, Nima. You know what I'm saying? Gringos, no tiempo. no more para español. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, hey man, you know what I'm saying? No español para gringos. All right. Speaking of Nima, yo, man, he is holding down the fucking chat. I wouldn't even be able to do this shit without Nima. I don't know how to work nothing in this room. I just yell at the camera. I don't even know. I don't know how it ends up on the internet. Everyone loves it. Nima's responsible for that. The best podcast producer in the game, the beast from the Middle East, the man from Iran, Nima, full stack video guy. You know what it is.
Let's go,
man. And listen. I wouldn't be nothing without our next the other team member here. You know. If it wasn't for this person, I don't even know why. I don't even know if I'd get up in the morning. You know, I don't know if I would have anything to live for. All right. My days brighten up because of this person. All right. You know what I'm saying? My lowest lows feel like your highest highs because of this person. My whole life revolves around this person. And of course, we're talking about Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. But my girlfriend's here too. So let's give her a Nah, I'm just joking, man. We got Minovia, the sexiest Latina ever. And that's saying a lot. You know what I'm saying? The sexiest one. I went and found the best one I could find. Hunted high and low. I scoured every bodega in Miami. I mean, every bodega in New York. You know what I'm saying? Searching for her. You know what I'm saying? I was at every bodega, every motherfucking ratchet ass reggaeton club, just looking for her. And as soon as I found her, I said, girl, bring that ass over here. And and then next thing you know, man, we living together. You know what I'm saying? Planning a life together. All right. She talking shit in the comments right now. That's just what they do. She Latina. She can't help it. It's genetic disposition. You feel me? All right. You know how many bodega cats I had to meeting you to find you? You know how many plantains I had to scour through to find you? But you know what I'm saying? Jesus works in mysterious ways. All right. Listen, we got a lot we want to cover today, but before we do that, man, we got some sponsors. Yeah, I love money so much. We got some sponsors. The first sponsor is me and Young Candlestick. All right, we're doing a live training tomorrow. We're gonna show you how to make money trading the markets. We're gonna show you how to make money, how to trade futures. Right, that's what we're gonna focus on, trading futures. And the way we trade futures, we don't trade with our own money. So even if you don't have a lot of cash, this is perfect for your broke ass, right? Because we can use other people's money. All right, we're gonna show you how to get funded with prop firms. You can trade with their money, keep 90% of the profit. We're gonna show you exactly how to do it. Show you my trading styles. Like Young Candlestick is gonna show today. Like if you look at my Instagram, you can see me and my squad, everybody in our trading group. We made a lot of money. Check my Instagram. You can see it right now. King Keto. You know, and it's lit. We're gonna show you exactly how to break down this trading strategy, how to get a funded account, how to make money trading futures. I've been trading futures for since 6 years now, man. I started during the pandemic, and now yeah, man, some months I'm making more money trading than I do for my own business. Right? You want to get some of that action? Come fuck with us. Link in the description tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. We also got Thought Repellent. Thought Repellent is the next sponsor. It's the easy to apply spray to keep the hoes away. See, check this out, player. Once you start making all this money from trading futures, learning all the fucking business shit I'm teaching you, all the money hustle, all the AI hustling I've been dropping on you, and you get in amazing shape. You get the fucking arm cuts and the veins down your bicep. Your problem ain't gonna be, hey, how do I rizz up some hoes? It's gonna be too many bitches. Too many bitches. You know what my friends say to me, my boys who are balling? I got a lot of rich friends. You see me with them on the social media. They pull me aside like, man. They don't ask me, hey man, how do I get hoes? They say, man, how you stay faithful with all these bitches? You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. Like, they really say that to me. You know what I say? Thought Repellent. Thought Repellent is the easy to apply spray to keep the hoes away. You're gonna need this once you start balling. You know, especially like if you're in a city like Miami, this is ground zero, brother. This is ground zero for thoughts. The first thought probably came from Miami. Probably a Native American thought. Thoughting up when this was all swamp. Came through riding the alligator. Selling ass. Only swamps. It just evolved. It's the same game. You feel me? If you need this, listen, we want to have this out by, we wanted to have it out by Valentine's Day. But I don't think we got enough super chats to get it out there. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. It's your fault, actually. So now, Valentine's Day is 4 days away. If we get enough super chats, we can have this out by Valentine's Day. Right? This way you'll be safe in these streets and you could just be around your girl and you won't have to worry about all these hoes jumping all over you. The way a real nigga do. All right, so all your super chats go towards development for Thought Repellent. I think a hero has already contributed to the fund. No? Yeah.
We have a Lobo. Mr. Brandon
I
Carter,
yields me.
king of ketosis. I'm a
Yeah,
long-time viewer. I have just closed on my
good for
second
you.
property following the
Mm,
guidance of Tom Cruise, who I discovered watching you. Any updates on your
smart.
portfolio or collabs with him?
Hey, yo, keep that up for a second. I'm gonna take a picture and send this to Thomas. Let him know he's doing God's work out here, man. Um, yeah, I got some cribs. I got some bro boys up in there, man. The government, Trump and them is paying for it, paying for the bro boys, and it's lit. I haven't been investing as much lately because I've been not because I don't believe it's a viable option, just because, man, I just been. If you've been watching any of my content, I've been so heads down mastering AI. It's like kind of all I think about because I really think we on the next wave, right? I'm still gonna invest more, right? Because you're gonna need AI proof shit in fucking real estate. Hey, no matter, hey, robots can't replace real estate. Motherfuckers still gonna need places to live, right? People are always gonna need places to live, right? So that's once the plan is to invest a whole lot of profit in real estate. I think we're having a recession soon, so I kind of just been holding on, waiting for that recession. I'm gonna snatch up every motherfucking poor ass crib, because motherfuckers be going to go bankrupt then, and there's gonna be a lot of seller financing. It's gonna be pretty fucking dope, man. I'm super excited about it. So I'm kind of just waiting a little bit right now. But thank you, brother. Is there another super chat?
Yes, we have John.
Mm-hmm.
I want to join Victory Trades, but what's the reality of prop firms? I heard most people blow up those accounts and rarely get funded. Is that true?
Oh yeah, most people do, man. 100%. Like 100%. Like, so here's the thing. Most people never. So the thing is, you got to buy what's called an evaluation account, right? And they're pretty cheap. They can be reasonable, right? But if you lose a certain amount, is what's called blowing accounts, right? But if you make a certain amount, then you get what's called a performance account. At least that's what it's called with Apex, right? The prop firm we use. And then once you have a performance account, then you can start making money you can start trading with their money, right? And you got to pass the evaluation. I mean, you got to work making the right amount of money. So it's like less than 10% of people who buy evaluations ever make it to a PA. And then only like 5% of those people ever get payouts, right? Unless, of course, you with Victory Trades. Because we're going to show you today when Young Candlestick come on, like mad Victory Trades members pass their evals and then get paid PAs and payouts because they're trading with us. Like they trade with us live. Like if you had to learn it on your own, yeah, it's going to take some trial and error, but we're going to show you our strategies. But in Victory Trades, like I say, man, it was so beautiful today. I wish I would have recorded the whole thing. It was all I was like, yo, this is where I'm taking the trade. Boom. And it was just one after another. People was hitting the profit target. We'll explain a little later when Young Candlestick come on, but also we're going to explain tomorrow at 8 p.m. Right. So like you're 100% right about that. You feel me? All right. What else? Click that link in the description, man. Join the free class, homie.
We have Pursue Excellence, BBC. I recall what you shared about the book Molecule of More. How do you know if it's time to move on from a relationship or stay?
How do you know if it's time to move on from a relationship or stay? Yeah, man. When you start asking that question, it's time to move on. Like that's right there, brother. That's how you know. Here's the thing. When you start paying strangers for advice on your own, if you should stay in your relationship, that's usually a sign that it's over. It's usually a sign that you're going through the motions right now. The moment you even think about giving a stranger money to ask if you should stay with your bitch or not, it's time to go ahead and release her, let her test free agency in the open market. Just free up some cap space and start looking for an alternative. You feel me? Yeah. Yeah, that's how you know, brother. It sounded like, okay, I'm joking, and I've had enough caffeine today that a baby wouldn't survive ingesting this much. You feel me? It will put most of y'all in cardiac arrest. But for me, it's a lot. So I sound like I'm joking, but no, I'm all jokes aside, I'm dead serious. You got to dump that bitch right now. Do it via text. Otherwise, she's going to come over crying. You have to spend mad hours with her. And she's going to try to fuck you into staying with her. That's the go-to move. Try to use that pussy as leverage. Unfortunately, there's a high success rate. All right, what else we got? That's it. All right. Yo, man. A lot of y'all got kids and your kids are stupid, right? But yo, let's check this out real quick. I want to talk about Super Bowl in a minute, but yo, I just want to show you this shit, man. Yo, so I taught my son how to vibe code. And yo, man, it's a game he made, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a game he made. Oh, so it's this guy who can like jump, and then you put a bomb there, blow up these buildings. Basically, yo, my son made a video. He make his own video games. I was like, nah, man, we shorten Roblox so you can make some other shit. Boom. And yeah, it's not like the most impressive game in the world. This shit ain't as dope as like Call of Duty or Fortnite or some shit. But you got to remember, an 8-year-old made it. I think it's pretty lit, you know. Of course, he had me to teach him how to code and shit with AI and make shit. You know, that's what I've been teaching him and getting him started. Hey, I want to teach you how to make money with AI too. I got a free ebook called which one we got in there?
I think it's the 7 day.
Yeah, the 7-day AI action plan for online trainers, right? So if you're an online trainer, you want to start making money with AI, use AI to actually create more content, build automations to automate your repetitive task, use automations to grow your following, use AI to grow your following, use AI to actually make more sales, get more clients, and use AI to train your clients. It's a free ebook, man. You ain't got to just be making games. You ain't got to be making these little bomb explosion games. He was breaking some shit, and I was like, hey, nigga, just do it in the game, man. Do it in the game. Boom, 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 boom. You know, and then he said, yo, man, I want to make a car. I was like, bet, we're gonna make the car so the car can like crash into the building. That's what he wanted. Oh man, hey, boom. And then the car can jump too. Like this is the mind of a fucking 8-year-old. But yo, he made that shit, man. Yo, you letting these little motherfuckers lap you with the AI technology. All right. It's just too close. Right. Too close. All right. You click download the ebook. It's free. Okay. I'm just gonna get into it. We got young Candlestick coming in a minute, but first, man, the Super Bowl was this weekend, and there was a lot of controversy over the halftime performer, which was Bad Bunny. Now, initially, when I heard Bad Bunny was performing at the Super Bowl, in my mind, I thought, oh, it's gonna be dope. He's gonna bring a lot of eyes to it that maybe you wouldn't watch. You know, and you know, reggaeton is it's an American art form. Like it's like made popular in Puerto Rico, which is an American territory. Like we have a few genres of art of music that we've created, which is blues, jazz, rock and roll, country music, hip hop, and reggaeton. Like I was like, okay, man, that'd be dope. It's an American art form that we can put on display for the world. That's what I thought immediately. No, that's not what people thought, man. People were like, oh man, I can't believe they're speaking Spanish at the Super Bowl. Fuck that. And I was like, but we did this before, didn't we? Didn't we have Shakira and J-Lo? Shakira ain't even from here, right? Didn't they do it? You know what I'm saying? Weren't they singing the Spanish and shit? And I don't know, it was a big deal. And then I heard people saying it was gay. It was gonna be like some gay shit. Bad Bunny is a little fruity. You know what I'm saying? But when they said it was gonna be gay shit, and then I see it, and I'm like, oh man, hold up, man. This what MAGA said. This what MAGA said was gonna be gay. This is the gay shit. Who's gonna see? I don't know, man. Then I heard people saying, they don't know who Bad Bunny is. That was the wildest take. Because if you hear a guy, be clear about this, listen to me. If you hear a guy say they don't know who Bad Bunny is or they don't know none of his songs, just know that over the last 10 years or so, the guy saying that, he ain't got no bad bitches. He ain't been getting no bad bitches for over a decade. No hoes, not one. If a motherfucker saying that, he don't get no bitches. Straight up. Because all the bad bitches fuck with Bad Bunny. You won't meet one. Unless, of course, nah, man, you won't meet one. You won't meet one, not bad bitch. Maybe some like 40, 50-year-old hoes. If she like a MILF from the middle of the country, maybe she ain't heard of it. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man, you like, just know if you saying that shit, you don't get no hoes. You don't get no hoes. And then I heard people kind of complaining about that it was in Spanish and not in English, and how they couldn't understand it. And I don't know when not knowing multiple languages was a flex. Like, when did not being able to speak multiple languages become the flex? I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. Like, I'm looking at you like, oh shit, you only speak one language. Oh, you's a dummy. You's a dummy. Like, I know fucking children who can speak multiple languages. My son, man, he ain't even Latino, but he can speak Spanish. That's because I got him a Spanish nanny, Venezuelan nanny when he was a kid. And I told him, hey, don't speak to this little nigga in English at all. So he would be asking me for the leche and the agua when I was little. I was like, sí, niño. And yo, it's not a flex being ignorant. It's not a flex to not know multiple languages, man. It's like, I don't know, bro. Step your game up, my nigga. And then I heard the wildest take. So Turning Point USA, you know, man, that was a Charlie's. Charlie Kirk squad, and they put out an alternative show, and they had Kid Rock and a bunch of other motherfuckers who I never heard of performing. Fun fact, if you don't know the other people performing at Turning Point, you probably do get bad bitches. You probably do. Anyway, and they perform. That's cool, man. It's cool to have some variety. I ain't got no deal with that until I heard Kid Rock say something about Jay-Z. Well, here's what he said. He was like,
so he goes like, well, maybe Jay-Z will do it, which nothing against Jay-Z. I respect him for his hustle and, his music. But it seems like there's a little bit of a DEI hire there going on, to kind of like, oh, black guys love Jay-Z.
Okay. Let me get this straight. I just want to be clear about this. This motherfucker said that Jay-Z is a DEI hire, meaning they hired him just because he's black. All right. So be clear. Let me just be clear. Jay-Z has, I want to make sure I got this right. Jay-Z has, hold on, let me just make sure I'm saying the right thing. Hold up. Yeah. Okay. Jay-Z has 25 Grammys. Kid Rock has 0, right? Jay-Z has 14 #1 albums. 14. Right. And that's just his solo career. Not to mention he found Jay-Z founded and ran 2 wildly successful music labels. He's responsible for discovering Rihanna, J. Cole, and to a certain extent, like Kanye West. Jay-Z has sold 140 million albums. I think when I hear all that, I'm like, I think he's qualified to put on a 12-minute concert. I think he's qualified. Like, I think if you sell 140 million albums, found 2 hugely successful record labels, discover 2 of the biggest artists of all time, like literally of all time, help both of them become billionaires. I don't know, man. I think that qualifies you to put on a 12-minute concert. I think so. But when he says a DEI hire, it just kind of, listen, I'm not a liberal, even though despite what you've heard the last few minutes, I'm not a liberal. And I'm definitely not a conservative. But the reason that people say that MAGA is racist, and I'm not saying they are, but you know why they say that? You know why I say that? Because it's shit like that, man. It's shit like that. If y'all would just not do shit like that, And the reason they say shit like that, I'm gonna be honest with you. You want to hear my theory? Hear my theory. All right. The Republican Party is kind of a fucking scam. And I benefit from the scam. So I don't want, because I'm rich. So I'd be excited. Like the first thing Trump does every time he gets elected is cut my motherfucking taxes. And I'd be like, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. But there's not enough fucking rich people to get the votes. So what they got to do, they got to make y'all give a fuck about bullshit. They got to tell you that this is gay. They got to tell you that's gay, right? They got to scare the shit out of you. They got to do shit like say it's the immigrants' fault or black people are only getting hired because of DEI. They got to say shit like that. Even someone like super qualified like Jay-Z, like who's more qualified? Like race aside, name a human who's more qualified to be in charge of the halftime show, right? I can't think of a living one, off the top of my head, who's more qualified. And if you can't think of one, you can't think of 10, right? You can't think of, there's not a bunch of them, And so they got to scare you, right? And when I say you, I mean white people, right? And I don't mean this in no disrespectful way, man. I love white people, man. My best friend's white as fuck. Jeremy, man, he's one of the whitest motherfuckers around. They say white people can't dance. Jeremy ain't never danced. Not once. Like, it don't get no whiter than that, But that's my dog, right? And, it's white people are the majority of this country, right? So, like, I really believe they're sitting around, all right, we want to lower the taxes and shit, right? But that only benefits the rich motherfuckers. We in the fucking 1%. There's only so many of us. How do we get fucking more than half the country to vote? I know. If we can gather up the racists and if we can gather up the like super religious people, boom, we got it. And if we can scare the white people into thinking, oh man, they ain't gonna get no jobs because of DEI, or if we can scare them into thinking, oh man, they're gonna turn your kids gay. If we can scare them into thinking that, oh man, the immigrants are gonna take all your job. Meanwhile, bro, I ain't never seen an immigrant do a job that I wanted. Like, not once. You motherfuckers want to pick the tomatoes and drive the Ubers, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, even motherfucking, I hired Nima. He an immigrant because I ain't want to do his job. And I said, man, who's the hardest working people? I need an immigrant. He legal though, right? He legal, man. And I got to pay. I know he's legal because I got to pay him like an American. I wish I could find a technical illegal to pay under the table. Dios mío. They got to scare y'all, man, into fucking with it, you know, and not say that I want to vote Democrat or I'm fucking with everything the Democrats do, right? They be doing some bullshit too, right? I'm just talking about the Republican Party, right? The reason people say that Trump's racist or I don't know if Trump is racist, and I don't know that I'm not saying everybody in MAGA is racist. What I am saying is they throw out little dog whistles to the racists to let the racists know, hey man, you know what it is. You feel me? Like when Trump posted that picture of Barack Obama and that video of Barack Obama and Michelle Obama dressed as monkeys, right? He said somebody on the staff did it and it was an accident. Cool. It was just the Lion King, man. But they only had the one part though, right? It said it was auto scroll. But how do you? I ain't never been auto scrolling on YouTube and it scrolled to the end of a video. I'm just saying, I kind of know how YouTube works, and I ain't never see that shit happen, right? I believe it was intentional. And why do I believe it's intentional? Not just to be like, hey man, fuck black people. Now it was like, so the racists be like, hey man, we still fucking with y'all, man. Make sure y'all show up to the polls. We still, it's like it's a dog whistle to them, like, yo man, you know what it is. Like I believe that in my heart. Maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. You know, I would love to be wrong about that. You know, because it's discouraging thinking that. At the same time, all that shit benefits me, man. Like I be like, oh man, yeah, I'm gonna save my taxes. Yeah, whatever, man. Get the racists and the homophobes to vote for me to have lower taxes. That's what's up. That's what we got to do. That's what we got to do. I'm just telling you, I know the game. And I'm telling you, they really trying to scare you, right? They try to scare you. Oh man, it's not American. You just need to speak English. And I'm like, yo, he is an American, man. And like, I don't know. And they just do shit like that. They do shit like that all the time. For example, here in Florida, Governor DeSantis, right? He passed a bill to say you can't talk about gay shit in school, right? You can't teach gay shit. And everybody like applauded. It sounds great. Even to me, that shit sounds, hey man, cool. But you know, I got a lot of family in Florida. And I went around asking them. I was like, yo man, were the children getting like gay book reports? Hold on, man. Were they giving the children gay ass homework assignments? And they're like, nah, man, that wasn't happening. It was fucking regular shit. ABCs, multiplication, times tables. That shit wasn't happening. And I was like, damn, well, why'd they make such a big deal out of the bill? And then I have friends in other parts of the state. I'm asking, yo, man, were your kids getting gay homework assignments or what? Like, nah, man, that shit wasn't happening. Oh, okay. Oh, it was a fucking straw man. It's easy to make shit up and say you solved it than it is to solve a real problem. Right? The test scores in Florida have been going down every year, right? It's easier to make some shit up and solve it instead of like do some real shit. Childhood obesity rate is rising every year in Florida, but it's easier to make some shit up and then say you solved it. We solved this problem I invented. You know what I'm saying? And even like this, or just they manufacture rage. Like this shit right here. Nah, man, he's Spanish and Jay-Z's a DEI hire, right? They manufacture rage. Like because There's not enough fucking rich people to vote for low taxes and less regulation. There's just not enough of us. Right. And if you don't believe me, that's cool, man. I mean, I'm gonna keep benefiting, off y'all's sphere. Right. But you ain't gotta be listen, man. Listen. All my right-wing friends, you ain't gotta be scared, man. Cause it just looks like y'all bathing in fear all the time, man. You motherfuckers are terrified of immigrants, terrified of gays, you know what I'm saying? Terrified of blacks, terrified of yo, man. It's easier to make some shit up and say you solved it than it is to just pay attention. Pay attention, right? Look at Minnesota, right? Why they doubled ICE, right? And they put these extra agents in Minnesota, Chicago, New York, right? They're all blue cities, right? But that's not even where most of the fucking immigrants are at. Like if they were sincere about getting rid of the immigrants, they'd be here in Miami. And there are ICE agents here, right? But they didn't. I don't never see ICE agents. Like if you in Chicago, you're gonna see ICE agents walking around. Like if you in Minnesota, you're gonna see ICE agents. Even in New York, Jersey, you're gonna see ICE agents, right? But that's not even where most of the fucking illegal immigrants are. There's studies that show that they here. Like this is number one city for illegal immigrants, and it makes a lot of sense if you ever walked around this motherfucker. But they never here. There's none around, right? Because it's not sincere. It's easy to say, oh, Minnesota has a motherfucking illegal immigrant problem. Let's solve that problem, right? Because it's easier to solve a problem you invented than it is to solve a real problem. If they really wanted to solve it, they'd be here, man. Same shit. They just trying to scare you, man. And trying to see how I'm gonna land this plane. All right. But they want to distract you, right? And this is not just a Republican thing. Democrats do this shit too, right? They distract you from the real shit. The real shit is that job growth is stagnant, right? People are losing their jobs. Inflation's on the rise. The dollar's collapsing. Like you see all this stuff thinking, but if you worried about a 12-minute Super Bowl commercial, if you worried about this gay ass 12 minutes, ugh. If you worried about that, then you don't notice, oh man, I'm losing my purchasing power. The dollar's at the lowest it's been in the last 3-4 years. Oh shit. Unemployment has gone up. Inflation has gone up. Fucking if you may not pay attention to the jobs reports that get released, showing that new employment is stagnant. While we're losing more jobs, like we're in the point where we're starting to lose more jobs than we're making, right? You won't pay attention to all that if you're worried about this gay ass shit over here. Right? You worried about that. So what you need to do is focus on the real shit, the real issues that actually affect you and your family, right? And the easiest way to do that is to make some more money, right? AI is taking people's jobs, and it's only going to get worse. Amazon laid off like 1,500 people over the last year. Amazon's laid off like hundreds of thousands, like 100,000 people. Every company is laying people off, and they're not hiring. They're replacing them with AI, right? But if you're distracted by this, you won't notice it. If you're distracted by Jay-Z being a DEI hire, you won't notice it, right? Till it's too late, right? So you need to get ahead of this shit. What are other companies doing? They spending more money on AI. They're using AI. You need to use it for yourself. I got a free ebook that'll show you exactly how to actually start your online fitness business using AI, right? And I'm gonna show you how to use AI to actually grow your following, get more clients, and make more money, and actually train your clients using AI. The link is in the description. Make sure you download that now. All right, it's free. All right, yo, man. Guys, we had super chats, no super chats. All right, cool. Listen, we got it. Listen, man. Y'all want to learn how to make some money, some real money? Let's bring the market update right now. Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Big Brandon Carter. aka King Keto, and I'm here with Young Candlestick, man. We're gonna talk about the market update. What's going on, player?
What's going on, Brandon? Good to see you.
Yeah, same.
Man, so before we get started, I just want to remind you guys that you should join us live tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. Okay, it's the pinned comment on the live chat. So just sign up for that, set an alarm. We're going to be talking about futures trading. Okay.
Yeah, it's to show you how to trade futures with prop firms. So you don't even have to use your own money. It's going to be live trading. I'm going to break down my whole strategy. We've been making so much money. Matter of fact, before we get into it, can you show them some of the just today? Just show them this morning.
Yeah, I'd be honored to.
Go. So we trade live, and you could just see what happened this morning, man, with the squad.
Jacob, he got green after you left.
Oh, right when I left, man. Yeah, he made 150.
We got some money, $480 on SPX calls.
Okay,
here's
so
Brandon making 11 grand.
11 grand. So here's the thing. Leave that up for a second. So what I do is I have 20 different funded accounts, and I have a trade copier that every time I make a trade, it trades all the accounts, right? You know, and that's how I was 11 grand today, because I made about 500, over 500 with 20 different accounts, and we're gonna show you how to set all that up and how to do it. The beauty of that strategy is I don't need to fucking make a whole lot of money each trade, right? Because you know what I'm saying?
Just multiply it out. You have your leader account, and then you have your follower accounts, and then the follower accounts just copy whatever the leader account does. It's awesome.
You know the vibes.
Yeah, JD Davis, he made 1.1K. This is just today. This is like pretty daily stuff.
Wait, show us. Yeah. No, we can't scroll by one. You know, Swift had an L today.
No, I just said that Swift went from
he went green after.
Yeah,
okay, because he was. Yeah, got it. He was down earlier. And then he went green.
He went from red to green.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, here's Alpado. He makes $50 to $100 a day. I had a small green day, nothing crazy.
Yeah, if you want it.
Tomo made his $100 each and every day.
we be talking about other shit, you know.
Oh yeah.
G Tomo did how much?
G Tomo made his $100 today.
Oh, my fault. You did. Who's that? Was that?
Else.
J. I'm sorry. PH.
PJ made about 900. Almost 1,000.
About 1,000. Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing.
We'll call it 1,000. Yeah. Some more. Okay. So
he's getting it. They recently
he started trading with 20 accounts, and he was failing. Like he kept blowing accounts. Him and Gabe. Right, really? They were blowing accounts. Yeah, we're using someone else's strategy. I don't want to say, but then they started trading with us, and like this week is the first week trading with us. All green days, 20 accounts going all in.
All green days. That's
there goes Gabe. That's Jelani and Greg. Yeah, Gabe.
10 grand almost 9.9K.
Yeah, man.
Pretty cool stuff. My man called it. You're on fire with the setups as usual.
Yo, man, that's because I was telling them when I was going in, yeah.
Finger on the trigger.
Can you show them the post where I said, "Hey, man, here's what my buy." Oh, I didn't post it. I didn't post it.
Yeah, but we're talking about it all live. Yeah. We're talking about it. And then also we had some good stuff.
Real quick before you do that, if you want to trade with us, man, we're doing a live training where we'll show you how to do it this Wednesday. If you want to get money like this tomorrow at 8 p.m., make sure you register for that call. It's live and it's free.
It's the best way to day trade without risking a ton of money.
For sure.
Yeah, like most day traders are going to lose money. You might as well do it through the prop firms.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And do it with mentorship. Okay.
And then learn how to keep your money, you know? Exactly.
And there's also like other things that you can do. Like here's a trade right over here, $84 into $333. Boom. XSP puts. For this trade, all you needed was $19. $19 turns into $113.
Come on.
That's index options. So there's a lot of good moves happening. You get swing trade alerts. We've been talking about XLU calls, pretty much every single podcast for this year. So there's lots of different ways to make money in the market. You just got to find what works best for you. And speaking of the markets, we're at the same price as we were in October. We're still in the volatility vortex. Okay? And there's a lot of risks still in the market. So much like it's cool to know multiple languages, it's also cool to be able to make money on the long side or the short side.
You heard
make
me?
Money whether the markets go up or down. I'm thinking we could be putting in a top for at least a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months but don't worry. I'm going to be buying the dip heavy once this market finally starts breaking down. You know, on Thursday, the market was really weak. It closed underneath critical support levels. And then Friday was just a big ass short squeeze day. Monday, big ass short squeeze. I think it was a little bit of manipulation because some big players couldn't get out where they wanted to. So they wanted to squeeze it a little bit. And now we're going to start rolling over. So I'm going to be leaning a little bit more bearish over the next few weeks and or months. Unless, of course,
the market, bearish. You already know where I'm at with it.
Yeah. The only way it could really stop is if we break above and hold above all-time highs, okay? In which case, I've got long setups for you guys, and I've got short setups for you guys, okay? NASDAQ is much weaker than the S&P 500. NASDAQ is a leading indicator, okay? Literally just today, I was posting some NDX bearish trades. I made a couple grand trading NDX bearish debit spreads today, and these opportunities are here each and every day on these index options. I wouldn't be surprised if the NASDAQ was the first to break, and then the S&P, and then finally the IWM. Okay?
Wouldn't be surprised at all. Yo, okay, real quick, if you guys have questions on any stocks, securities, or whatever, leave a super chat. Greg will answer it. He'll read it. He'll answer you any questions you got about anything. That's what we do. Let's keep going.
Definitely. And really, like, the market hasn't gone too much to the upside or too much to the downside. So, you know, for the past few weeks, I have been saying, like, sometimes I just don't know on the S&P and still the market. It's not like my highest conviction thing on shorting the market. It's just one of those things where it's overdue and it's been propped up for a while. And, you know, we can take a look at fear and greed. It's right at neutral. So still, it doesn't really give us a lot of indication. But Bitcoin hasn't really gotten a strong bounce from that 60K. By the way, on Thursday, I said you can probably buy Bitcoin for a 10 to 15% bounce. Bitcoin bounced 20%. You know,
wow.
Right after that. But now it's coming right back down. If this Bitcoin bounce doesn't get going, Michael Saylor is absolutely cooked. Like,
no, he's Can I show you something? I know you got some shit you want to cover. Can I show you something?
Go for it. I got all day.
Go to SPY. Can you share my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, you can share my screen. All right, so ignore all these. Hold on, take it off for a second. I'm gonna make some of these. Whatever. Just ignore all these. My chart is crazy, right? Don't worry about it. The only thing I want y'all to look at is the MACD, right? Boom. You can see it's going down, baby. Your street on a Range Rover, right? And then while SPY is going up, right? What do we call that, Greg? What is that called? That's a bearish divergence. What does that mean?
It's been building up for months. It means that there's storm clouds ahead. That's what that tells us. It doesn't mean that the market has to drop right now. It needs to break support and continue to hold underneath that support. But yeah, we've been having this bearish divergence for a while. You know, look at the RSI ever since like July. It's just been making higher highs on weaker momentum, higher highs. And then even just as of late, lower low. And now we just put in a lower high today. So if we take out these highs, sure, it could be bullish. I'd say it's like
anything can happen, right? You know, we don't know what's going to happen. We're just looking at probabilities.
Exactly. And it's really weird too, because
unless of course it fucking plummets, then I'm gonna be on here saying, I told you.
Yep. Exactly.
But up until then, hey man, we don't know what's gonna happen. We're just looking at probabilities.
The main reason we want to like be aware of these drops is because you want cash to buy the dip. And if you're fully invested at the highs, that's just reckless, you know? And some light short positions, even if they may lose, you protected your portfolio. But if they win, then you get profit from the short trade. You got a big pile of cash. You put that cash back into the market. Okay? So that's why it's cool to know multiple languages. The market.
Word.
And even then, there are still sectors that I'm long on. I've been heavily long on XLU, the utilities sector. This is up almost 2% today, which is a big move for utilities. Okay.
Yeah.
We just started the breakout. I don't think it's too late to hop on board utilities. That's not financial advice, but I've been buying call options at XLU 43 for a number of weeks, and now they're starting to pay out. I'd say you can still ride XLU. It pays a nice dividend. The calls move nicely. Same with XLE. XLE up 20% year to date. 20%.
Listen,
20%. S&P is up like 1%.
Listen, if you took that trade, I announced it. When I announced that trade, I did on my Instagram.
Right before the breakout, the best possible entry.
Yeah. So like anybody who took that trade, anybody who took that spread, if you took it, brother, you are up 84% as of today.
Yep.
84%.
84%.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm just saying.
Exactly. That's why it pays to know which sectors are in rotation. You don't have to try to be like Michael Burry out here shorting the market and going against it. You can just find the good sectors and just go long on them. And I still like XLE. It might be a little bit top heavy right now. Just let it drop. If it drops 5 to 10%, I'm scooping it up like hell.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna buy all the dips on XLE.
Yeah, I'm gobbling up all the liquidity. You'll see the order book come in.
Yeah.
It'll just be fat buys. That's Greg and Brandon.
Pause. I'm not gobbling nothing. I'll buy shares and or call options.
Yep. So that spreads up like 80%, but shares themselves are up 20%. That's an outstanding yearly return. I said XLE 30% was kind of like my base case for the year. It's 20% and it's been like a month.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
You really put me on to doing the spreads. Pause. Right. But like like those spreads, man, they can really print money, man.
They can.
Spreads,
it's just like
spreads.
It's so nice because like it's really capital efficient. You can construct a spread based off your risk tolerance. So let's say you only want to risk like $50 on XLE. You could just do like, a $1 wide spread, risk $50 to make $50. If it's above or below that price by that expiration date, you make the max profit.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man.
It's absolutely beautiful. So that's XLE, XLU. Gold is going to be one of my favorite metals for the year. I'm just waiting for a dip. We talked about that dip down at 405. And guess what? That was the dead low. It happened in the after hours session, but it's up 15% from that level. I think that gold, it's probably not going to have as good of a year as last year, but it can slightly go higher. Gold and copper, CPER, are my top metals picks. Copper is starting to get some relative strength to gold and silver. I bought COPX down here at about 82. It's at 88. I think COPX can potentially 2x to 10x. Okay. And also
I'm in that one too, the copper trade.
Yep. So those are the themes: XLU, XLE, copper. I'm just watching maybe for a trade on oil, but oil's starting to form this pennant, lower highs, higher lows. Maybe that can break out. But that's inflationary. If oil breaks out, that's telling us we have another round of inflation. Okay. So take a look at the dollar. Dollar got a good bounce off the oversold lows, but now it's starting to sell just a little bit right now. So dollar's still in a downtrend. So keep an eye out for that. If the dollar reverses too, that would also put pressure on the stock market. So if the dollar rallies, that would help. That would make the markets drop. See, the markets have been going up Friday and Monday because the dollar drops. Think of them as an inverse correlation generally. Okay. Dollar drops, stocks usually go higher because your purchasing power is getting eroded away. Shove it in the stock market. Dollar gains value. Oh shit. Why do I need to take all this risk in the stock market? I'm going to put this in my checking and savings account. And that's on a mass scale, on a macroeconomic scale.
Yeah.
Okay. So always be cognizant of that relationship. Some other stocks, individual stocks, this is Mosaic. It has a $36 fair value. It's nothing crazy, but it has another 20% upside and it pays a good dividend. It's just starting to break out. Okay. I bought uranium Thursday. Uranium bounced 10%. in 2 days on that. I still think uranium will be strong. It could sell off hard though with the market. So if the market, if the S&P drops, by the way, like 5 to 10%, my big dip buy level for the year is 6,600.
That's when we load the boats.
This is where you load the boat. That's where I'm going to load the boat. It could get worse. It's unlikely to. Some super bears are saying we're going to revisit 2025 lows, which would absolutely be wild. That would be like a 30% drop. It's
if that shit happens, people are going to be panicking.
There will be lots of people jumping off bridges. It's going to get wild. Like, make sure you have a really tight friend network if it's going to drop 30%.
Yeah, man.
It'll feel pretty like a crash, even if it drops like 5 or 10%.
Oh man, you already know what's going to the YouTubers are going to do it. Every thumbnail is going to be fire with charts and they're making the scary face.
Yeah. it'll be a catastrophe.
No, it will feel pretty bad,
Roblox, I am short Roblox. I added a little bit to my short today. So Roblox.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, man, it feels like a good place to fuck. If you missed Roblox, this feels like a good place to go in. Pause.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. This is what's called a bearish piercing candle, where you gap up, failed to hold the gap up, and you pierce into the prior day's candle. That usually spells a reversal as long as this high is the high. So 77 is a spot you could risk off of for Roblox. I'm just going to hold my put spreads for a few months. Yeah. I'm just going to let them rock.
If it's up tomorrow, I'm short, man. Fuck Roblox.
Yeah. I would say you could short it even if it's up or down tomorrow. Technically a down day would trigger the bearish move, but if you give yourself enough time, there's a very high chance you're going to get paid out. Of course, it could just squeeze if the IWM like breaks out and breaks all-time highs. Roblox is going to gravitate up with it. Okay, so just be aware of the risks of every trade that you're doing, but also if it's a portfolio hedge on a shitty stock, you can just hold it. And just press your other longs. So that's something to consider. Tesla, I am short Tesla from the 400 level, so I'm actually down on this trade. I'm cool with it though. I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about Tesla. Will you add into that short? Because remember, I brought it up. I said you add into that short.
I added a little bit, but it hasn't shown signs that it really wants to reverse. This is a 3 white soldiers pattern. So 3 white soldiers.
That sounds appropriate for Elon Musk.
Yeah, 3 white soldiers.
You know what I'm saying? That sounds appropriate for his.
Basically, the question with like Tesla is like Tesla and Amazon, AMZN. They're both consumer discretionary, XLY. So XLY, if this breaks down, that's where Tesla's going to break down. I actually probably like XLY short better than the Tesla short, because if there is going to be even like a mild recession or a market drop, people pull out from spending their discretionary income, income outside of the needs that you have, food, water, shelter, And so if consumer discretionary starts to break down, that's where we'll see Amazon and Tesla really start to drop. That's where we could see that mild recession or market pullback. If consumer discretionary is strong and it doesn't break support, it's all just a pump fake again. So
yeah, I mean, if the broad market drops, Tesla's going to drop for sure.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's like Tesla has more beta, right?
Yep,
so
beta 4. 4 times the market is what it moves. So,
I don't know, man. Yeah, 4 times. So like instead of shorting the market, if you think you're going to get dropped, it might be worth shorting Tesla.
Yeah, I think Tesla shorts really trigger underneath 400. And I'm not looking for a crash on Tesla. I think it could just come down to like 360, down to like 320. I'm not going for anything crazy, but it could drop 10, 20%. No problem. That's like one day for Tesla some days,
Yeah.
ON Semiconductor had a great earnings report and it's breaking out to daily highs. So if you're looking for an under the radar semiconductor stock, this can get hit with the market, but if the market holds up, I think that this can start to really take off. I think that it can double in 2 years. Okay. So ON on semiconductor, great earnings there. And of course, there's ITA, the offensive sector. You know, you can just
Yeah,
do
Yo, I love ITA, man. I really, especially, you know, man. Once Trump changed, he spent that $1 billion to change it from the Department of Defense to the Department of War. Once he did that, it was like we should have just all bought shares and calls in ITA, which is the defense sector.
Just not full size.
We should have went all the way in. Pause. Right? Like we should honestly, because he's telling us what he's on. Right? He's telling us what he's on. Yo, we not out here. This is not defense anymore. This is Department of War. You don't change the name of the shit. Listen, you don't. In my experience, you don't change the name of something unless that's the direction you plan on moving in. Yeah. In my experience, you know what I mean? Like, do we have any example in fucking history or fiction of somebody changing the name of something without intentions of moving in that direction? Like, can we think of something of an example of that? I can't think of an example. Right? We should have known what was up.
What if he named it the Department of Peace?
Then it's like, okay. Then it's like, yo, I shorten the defense sector. But maybe, right. Maybe not, because they could still spend money on like peace shit, you know?
Yeah.
You know, like on shit that they call peace shit, right? You never know. Like, you know, like surveillance or, you know, anti-missile shit, right? You can still spend a lot of money in ITA with keeping the peace. You know, sometimes you gotta sometimes you gotta spread democracy around this motherfucker. You know, and it seemed like we about to spread some more democracy. Greenland, unless you want to end up like Venezuela, maybe you need to hop on board, bitch. I don't know.
That makes logical sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Tesla has a problem, right? Tesla has like the huge market share drops of EV, like huge market. And I think Tesla has a branding problem, right? Because Elon went full conservative, full MAGA, right? Right. Cool. That's his prerogative. However, who bought the most EVs? Anyone know? Anyone can you guess? You're the most conservative guys I know are driving fucking pickup trucks, Ford F-150s. You know what I'm saying? They're not looking for electric cars, in my experience. Yeah. Right. So the motherfuckers who buying electric cars wanted to save the environment. It was on this shit. It was some liberal shit, right? Especially because Elon used to be a liberal, right? He used to be a Democrat, and However, when he changed, it's like, you know, the liberals were like, they didn't really like having cars. Like you can't, if you own a Tesla, it's difficult to sell. Right? Because who wants one? Who wants to buy? Just because he turned this shit into political shit. Like when I think about motherfucking Ford or fucking any other car company, I don't think politics, right? But now because of Elon, we have to think that, right? We like have to think that, right? And so the people who are like super conservative, they don't like motherfucking electric vehicles. Like they just don't. Right? They don't. And liberals don't want a fucking MAGA mobile.
Yeah.
Right? Right. And the only car I can see it's a MAGA person driving is the Cybertruck, right? But that shit kind of looks like a Roblox machine. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I think they built themselves a huge branding problems, and I think that's reflected in their loss of market share. Like in 2000, and this started like a while ago, man. Like 2004, they went under 50% market share for the first time ever of EVs, and they keep losing ground to other EV companies, you know. And then obviously there's more competition now. Every company's making EVs. Rolls Royce making these. The homie Tom bought fucking electric Rolls Royce. It's just so they got the fucking they got a lot of competition now, and I think they have a big branding problem. Just personally, I think it's worth.
You'll get your Tesla keyed here in Minnesota if you have a Tesla or a Cybertruck. Like that's a real risk in Minnesota.
Yeah, like so. Seriously, think about it. Even if you're not political at all, hey man, you just want a fucking Tesla. Are you comfortable driving that shit now? Right? Are you comfortable driving that shit, especially depending on where you live? Right? It's yeah, man. I think he has built himself. Well, listen, he's making money other ways, right? But it's just like, I don't know, man. I think the Tesla company has a big branding issue now.
Yeah, I think the car department, the car division, the car sector within Tesla has big problems. I think the biggest bull case for Tesla really is the Optimus robots, the AI data centers on the moon, all that good stuff. That if that can take off, that will put the stock.
All he does is lie, bro. We've been talking about this shit for man long. We're supposed to have like, exactly. Have you ever seen the list of Elon like lies of shit he said he was going to do? It's crazy. Like all he does is lie and make shit up, man. It's a huge list. I'm gonna find it, man.
Plus, like delays on different.
Delays. Like we supposed to have Optimus robots. We supposed to have self-driving cars. Or fucking, if you own a Tesla, you're supposed to be able to transform that into a taxi.
Yeah, flying
and let
cars.
it fucking autonomously go. Fucking, it's like all he does is lie. Remember, he said the Tesla was the Cybertruck was bulletproof. You couldn't break it. Then he broke the glass on stage.
Yeah, on stage.
He's bulletproof, and then he broke it with it. I'm like, man, that's not even a bullet, Elon. It's not even a bullet, bro. All you do is lie. Whatever, man. Listen, I don't wish him no ill will. Like I don't give a fuck, right? I'm just. Yeah. It's hard for me to believe in the company when the CEO when they have all these problems.
Definitely. And now you just need the chart to confirm the bearish thesis. Let the chart start to break down and crack these supports. I think Tesla could do like a slow walk down and then like a big flush. Unless, of course, then the bull case is just it breaks resistance, holds above, and then goes. Again, 30%
I started shorting around the inauguration. When he did the motherfucking when he gave his heart to us.
Yeah.
The tism short. I'm like, oh man, no. They said, nah, man, he just got a little tism. That's all. That wasn't a Nazi salute. Remember what I said earlier about fucking dog whistles, right? Oh no, the smartest man in the world, this fucking trillionaire genius can't control his bodily functions. All right, cool. Let's say that's the truth. You should still short the company. Yeah. The CEO can't control. If he can't not accidentally do Nazi salutes, you should short the company. And we made mad money doing that shit.
Mad money. That was a really good trade.
The stock recovered really well, right? Which surprised me. And
just squeezes. It's the short squeezes. Because many smart people are thinking the same thing. So when you get people betting against the market or a stock, any little green day or green breakout just causes it to squeeze up, but it creates these exacerbated moves where it's straight up, straight down, straight up, flag, straight up. Now we're in a phase where if the buyers can't step in, we can have another straight down moment. Tesla 300 is very realistic this year. It's at 425 right now.
Tesla 300. Oh, I can see that easy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, easy. I wouldn't overstay my welcome on the shorts. I might even buy the dip at like 280, just a little bit. But I'll probably just buy a QQQ and like SPY at that point with calls and size.
All right, yo, you got a question. While you answer this first question, I'm gonna urinate.
Go urinate.
Banyo.
Oh, Edson Nielsen, 1849, donated $10. Thank you for that. Thanks for supporting the stream. What are your top tickers to run the wheel strategy on? Yeah, that's a really good question. So there's a few different stocks and sectors. I think it comes down to like, what price point are you looking to wheel at? What's your risk tolerance, time horizon, and then what's your like the rest of your portfolio? I've been talking about TE. This is T1 Energy. So this is an energy company talking about wheeling it from 3 to 4. I got called away, obviously, as it exploded up. But if this could sell off, I like T1 Energy for the wheel, selling 6 strike cash secured puts. You get paid money to commit to buy 100 shares at 6. So it's going to take $600 in buying power per cash secured put that you sell. Another one that I like is EOSE. You could sell a bunch of 10 to 8 strike cash secured puts. Okay, get assigned. Boom. LAC. I've been wheeling LAC for a while. Was up a ton. Now I'm just like slightly red on the trade, but I like this one for the wheel. You could wheel some other stuff like Ford F. Let Ford drop a little bit. So the key with the wheel is try to get a good deal. After a big drop, that's where you sell this cash secured puts. After a big pump, that's where you sell your covered calls, because that inflates the premium on those calls when it pumps. It inflates the premium on the puts when it drops. So, that's another one. You could wheel some like miners, AG. This is silver. We've been wheeling this for a while. Got called away for a great gain. Now, if this could get oversold, you can wheel some silver miners. You could wheel GDX. There's so many different things that you can wheel. It just depends on what your budget is,
Would you wheel gold? I wouldn't wheel. I'd be weary about. They've been going so crazy. I like to. I'd sell puts for sure, and I guess you can wheel it. It's just you might get assigned. Like when I was wheeling Nvidia, I made a lot of money wheeling Nvidia, but I got assigned and called. I got my shares called away like way too early.
Yeah, and that's the risk. You have to be okay with that when you're doing the wheel. Just know you're never going to have like a huge gain, but because you're never going to have that huge gain, you're never going to have that huge loss. You're going to have that consistent cash flow. So that's what you're giving up. You got to be cool with that.
You got to be cool.
Make peace with it. I think it's totally fine to wheel gold miners GDX. It will cost about $10,000 to wheel 100 shares of that, but the premiums are great. And there's, I think it gradually goes up over time. You can wheel the copper miners, CopX. That'll take about $9,000. What other wheels? We've been talking about UNG. UNG you could wheel with small size. I'm flat on UNG. Luckily, I've evaded this big gap down, but I think you can sell like 11 strike cash secured puts. Get assigned. I think that UNG could potentially get up to like $20 per share. Okay, you can wheel oil. For short-term trades, you could wheel UCO. This goes up when oil goes up. If you're bearish oil, which I'm not bearish oil, but if you are, you could wheel SCO. Just don't overstay your welcome, because those leverage products are not designed to be wheeled for a long period of time. Another one that you could wheel is TMC. I'm wheeling this one. This is the metals company. So it's basically getting exposure to the metals at a favorable price. The option are really good there. If you're bearish the market, you can wheel TZA. This goes up when IWM goes down. So TZA, you could sell like 5.5 strike cash secured puts. Now you have a wheel that's hedging. So you're getting cash flow on a bearish position on the market. You turned what normally would be a depreciating asset into a cash flowing, not necessarily asset, but a cash flowing instrument.
Would you, how do you feel about, because we predict we're bearish on Bitcoin, right?
Yeah, but it needs to bounce to 90K before shorting again.
Okay. Let's say that you got a long-term thesis on this, right? Cash secure puts. If you get assigned, cool. And you make money to buy it and just keep doing that. But you got to have big pockets, because you got to be willing to ride that shit to fucking 50, 30K.
Yeah. So the worst I think Bitcoin can get is 20K. I would be very, very surprised.
Whoa, 20K.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying since 100K.
I know. It's just every time I hear it, it's difficult for me to process.
It's wild and outlandish. Technically, 60K was like I'm done trading this short type of move. So I took all my profits off on Thursday. right near 60K. So I'm flat Bitcoin. I don't own any Bitcoin. But if you wanted to 20K, that's going to be IBIT, like, $15 a share, so sitting at 40 right now, you could just go out to like, January of 2027 and just, you could sell like a bunch of like 16 strike cash secured puts. That's actually a great percentage return. You're going to get $80 to agree to buy 100 shares at 16 on IBIT. That's a great deal.
1,600?
It costs $1,600 in buying power and you'll get $80. That's actually a really good return. You just have to wait though until January, but it's actually a really good return.
You fuck around and get it signed.
There's a 95% chance you will not get assigned. 95%.
That's not bad. If you just want to park some money somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just want to park some money somewhere.
Seriously, here, I'm going to pull up an indicator. It's called return on risk. And I can see the exact percent return on risk. Okay. So it's ROR right over here. Okay. It's 5.5% for 12 months. That's not
an easier way to do that, guys. if you're not fucking great, just go in it like tells you the percentage in Robinhood. If you go on Robinhood and then you put like it does when you sell, right? So it gives you like if you're selling a put, or I wonder if I can show it. No, I can't because this computer is not hooked to my shit, right? But that's the easy way. It shows you right in Robinhood.
It's basically just like investing in a treasury bond at that point, though. If you're only going to get 5.5%,
you got to be down to buy it at that point. You got to be down to buy it there or lower.
Yeah, basically be willing to get paid to buy Bitcoin at 20K.
Yeah. Yikes.
I'm not saying it's going to go down, but see, like, look, the put premiums are really high and the call premiums for the same, like, out of the money are like, they're not that high. So it's what it's saying is there's a bearish skew. And oftentimes where the skew is tilted, that's where the stock tends to gravitate towards to remove the efficiency, to remove the edge out of a lot of traders. Short term though, IBIT, it could break out if it breaks above like 41 and it could get another like 10, 20% bounce. I'm going to short it though if it comes back Bitcoin to 90K, but I'm flat Bitcoin. I'm not touching it with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, I'm still dollar cost averaging into the ETF, right? So there's that. But Michael Saylor's been dollar cost averaging, and he's still like well below. That's just got to really shoot up. I think his average price is like 76K or something like that.
He bought way too much during a distribution period. Way too much at higher prices.
Yeah, I wouldn't have did that. I think you got another question.
Yeah. What's up, Pursue Excellence? If Amazon is someone's largest shareholding, they're down 10%, what would you do? Sell or hold? What's the move? Comes down to your risk tolerance, time horizon, and the rest of your portfolio. I think Amazon's a hold. It's not a buy. It's not a sell. It does look weak in the short term.
Yeah, they don't look good. But it's probably going to fill that gap. Maybe. It doesn't have to.
Yeah, over time, it's very likely going to.
Oh, one day it will fill that gap. Like one day, for sure, before we die.
The biggest question is, it's like, okay, are we going to get a market drop in a recession this year? You'll see Amazon do that. If it's not and everything's all fine and dandy, you'll see Amazon just slowly recover and do something like this for the rest of the year. That's what you'll likely see. So I think Amazon's a hold. If you wanted to, what I would do if I was like managing a client's portfolio is I would rotate out of it, take a small capital loss and rotate it into like QQQ or SPY, a diversified ETF. You're still getting Amazon, but you're just literally diversifying your risk away. You know
what? He's only down 10%, right? So what if he sold? I don't know how, when he says large position, I don't know how. Let's assume he has 100 shares, right?
Yeah.
Because if he was to sell covered call at 10 at his break even, how much would he make?
It really depends on the expiration date, but you could just sell covered calls at resistance points. So sell the 230 covered call, sell like the 240 covered call. I would say for something like Amazon, my bearish thesis probably ends by the end of like May. So you could go out to like May and sell like the 230 covered call. Boom, you collect $740 in premium.
Well, why would you do that there when your bearish thesis is over? Like, why not like keep selling covered calls as if because I'm assuming he doesn't want to get assigned, but that's where he can make some money off his investment while it's in there, even though it's going down and
So if the market is dropping, you want to collect the most amount of premium up front right away. So you want to do that with a further out expiration date rather than the weekly expiration dates. Because let's say you sell a weekly expiration date covered call. I just go out on Amazon, sell the weekly expiration date. I'm only going to collect $10. And then let's say markets break down, Amazon's down another 5-10%. Now you've only collected $10. And there's way less premium.
Is that
on
it?
That
So wait a minute. Where's he at? If he's 10% down, what's his average order? If he's down 10%,
his average price is around 227.
Okay, so Amazon 227. If I go, let's say I go out to next week. I can't share my screen on my phone, right?
You can go out to next week. That's if you're not super bearish the market. You go out to next week. But
no, I'm saying I'm super bearish. Let's say we do put super bearish, and he sells a call at what do you say his average order is?
227.
227, and his premium he's gonna make he's only get $4 off that shit. Jesus, why is the shit so low on Amazon?
That's what I'm saying. You have to roll out your expiration date to capture that premium. Especially if you capture a bearish cycle, because then what happens is it depends on your thesis in the market. Let's say I'm bearish the market sells off, Amazon's going to sell off. You're capturing a ton of that premium. And even if Amazon rebounds, it's not likely going to get called away. And you just collected $800 over the course of 2 or 3 months. Versus if you tried to do the weekly options, you'd only get like $20 a week for like 4 weeks. And that's just not enough. You'll get $80 over the course of a month.
Oh, because Amazon's not that expensive. That's why, right? It's like $200 stock. In my mind, I forgot they did a stock split a while ago.
Yeah, Amazon used to be like
in my brain, it's like it's still like $2,000. For Amazon.
I remember a day trade Amazon call. I made $9,000 on YouTube Live day trading an Amazon call because it was just wild. Because you had to put in like 2 or 3K and it would just have these big ass moves.
Yeah. I got one more question. Let's NBIS.
Yeah, Nubis. Yeah, so this is AI data centers. This is going to be highly sensitive to interest rates and the IWM. I'm bullish this stock. The biggest thing that's going against it is we might be going into a bearish market cycle. But I like this stock, It's not a super bearish chart formation. It's not like super bullish either. They have earnings coming up on the 12th. So in 2 days, this thing's going to be up quite a bit, or it's going to be down quite a bit.
Or it's going to be down.
I think the stock can double or triple if it can really break above and hold above like 110. I think this is a longer term weekly bullish pattern. It's just, it's a risky stock, like I wouldn't have this in retirement. Maybe a little bit in retirement, but like you got to adjust your position size. But I'd love to see it break above 100. Otherwise, if this breaks underneath this recent support 74, I could see a drop by half. So if you're going for a growth stock, this is one of the stocks to go for growth, but just know it's risky. Have some protection. Wear a condom,
All right. Listen, guys, if you want to learn how to trade futures with us tomorrow, we're doing a live training, Greg and I, where we're going to break down the exact strategy we use, how we trade futures, and how we don't use our own money to trade. We use prop firms. You can still do it with your own money if you want, Yeah. I don't see the advantage. Like I just use prop firms. Right? No. I used to trade my own money before prop firms got popular. I was trading futures I had $100K in a fucking futures account going for it. But whatever, we're going to show you the strategies and we're going to show you how to trade futures. Click the link in the description. It's 100% free, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow night. It'll be a ton of fun. See you guys.
For sure. Peace. Oh man, it looks like we got to wrap it up today. Listen, it's make sure you register for that class, man. And otherwise we do this every Tuesday and Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll holler at y'all.